You know what I'm saying? But they talking about, they try to use that I need to order protection, but why it feels like I'm the here then? If I needed protection, you needed protection. And your protection gone.
50 Cent has sparked a new conflict this time, taking direct aim at T, using blunt language and pulling no punches. In a heated Instagram post, 50 accused the Atlanta rapper of distancing himself from his roots and chasing Hollywood fame. The harshest insult came when 50 labeled T, a Hollywood mutt, directly questioning his authenticity and credibility in the streets. This post followed T.'s recent appearances at red carpet events and a noticeable push to elevate his acting career over his music. Known for speaking his mind, 50 implied that T had swapped rapping for acting roles and was now portraying characters instead of staying true to the lifestyle that built his name. He even mocked T.'s shift into comedy and acting, dismissing it as a weak attempt to remain relevant in a culture that values authenticity more than stardom. Though the two have clashed before, 50's latest remarks make it clear he believes T has turned his back on the foundational values of hip-hop.
To everyone listening to it, is an awesome song. Listen carefully. Actually, you don't have to even listen that carefully. Yeah. There's a line in there directed at another rapper in the game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What line? What rapper is on?
It was a line that has you questioning that you have, is it true you have the best lawyers in the game?
I feel like I do.
Okay.
That's great.
And you asked them a question that if you got caught with 10 weapons in your car, you would have seen 10 years, maybe 9.
What makes you feel like there's a line to a rapper?
Yeah. It just seemed to be very coincidental with the timing of things that are going on.
Fans are now split, debating whether 50 Cent's criticism holds weight or if it's just another tactic to stir attention. So far, T has remained silent, but given his track record, a response might be just around the corner. For now, the tension is out in the open, and 50 has made it clear he's unimpressed with T.'s transformation into a Hollywood figure. One thing that's certain about 50 Cent is that crossing him is a calculated risk with lasting consequences. T learned this when 50 publicly revived long-standing allegations that T cooperated with law enforcement rumors that have followed him for years, damaging his reputation in the industry. 50 was among the most vocal in keeping those accusations in the spotlight. At first, T chose not to engage, remaining calm despite the growing backlash. However, the situation escalated and T eventually began firing back, leading to a heated and ongoing exchange. Many might have expected him to step back, but instead, T doubled down, challenging 50 Cent to a 20-song versus battle, even proposing it take place on 50's own birthday.
Like, you see a snitch, slap him when you see him, knock his nose off. So next time I'm out, instead of asking for a picture like a little hoe ass, come on, knock my nose out if you think I'm a snitch. Come on, quit smiling in my face trying to get in my section. Oh, play with me, think you're talking to. Play with your name. King never gave no information to get anybody in no but now time with no police. If I am working with the police, it'll be to get him to shoot. You talking about? Play with me.
As expected, 50 Cent didn't hold back. He responded with his trademark pettiness by bringing back T.'s 2008 Crime Stoppers commercial, where T urged the public to report crimes. The ad quickly resurfaced and went viral once again. What makes this feud more unexpected is that the two artists were once friendly. They had collaborated musically and both expanded their careers beyond rap. Still, the snitching allegations continue to follow T, with figures like 50 Cent unwilling to let the issue go. There were even recent rumors suggesting that T was once considered for the role of Davis McClain in Power, but allegedly lost the opportunity because of tensions with 50. T has denied this, claiming mutual respect remains and that there's no ongoing beef. However, the friction between the two runs deep, rooted in years of public back and forth and unresolved issues. At the heart of the matter are two key elements: T.'s persistent push for a versus battle against 50 Cent and the backlash tied to his widely criticized 2007 Crime Stoppers PSA. At that time, T was facing serious federal gun charges and staring down a potential 20-year prison term. In an attempt to improve his public standing and possibly reduce his sentence, he appeared in a public service announcement encouraging citizens to help law enforcement. While it was framed as a PR move, the ad stirred major backlash within the hip-hop community.
When they want to try, like, even for me personally, my character, and they would try to attack my character. they'll say he a rat or he just a snitch.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is ask him who I told on.
Paperwork.
I ain't never told on no in my life.
Yeah.
In the Prem situation, look at this case. It'll tell you who told on.
Right.
My name ain't in that case.
Many in the rap world saw the PSA as a serious violation of street ethics and were quick to brand T with the snitch label. 50 Cent was among the most vocal, using both music and the media to voice his disapproval. A standout moment came in the G-Unit track "You So Tough," where 50 dropped pointed lyrics widely believed to reference T.E.'s legal situation. The lines hinted at suspiciously light sentencing after heavy charges, strongly implying that T.E.'s deal came at the cost of cooperation. 50's words painted a picture of doubt, questioning how someone facing such grave charges could escape with minimal consequences. The controversy only deepened when reports emerged that T.E.'s own bodyguard had acted as an informant, delivering 3 machine guns and 2 silencers after being paid $12,000 by T. This event, combined with the PSA, became central to claims that T had cooperated with authorities. For 50 Cent and many others in the hip-hop scene, these details cast a lasting shadow. What truly raised suspicion was the outcome. T, a convicted felon at the time, was caught arranging the purchase of serious weapons. Yet, after pleading guilty, he received a sentence that many saw as unusually lenient: 1 year of house arrest, 1,500 hours of community service, and a brief, unspecified prison term. This outcome raised eyebrows across the industry, sparking ongoing speculation and fueling a rift that still hasn't been fully resolved.
Innocent or guilty, criminal or citizen, that could get them any time for any crime. Say, look, if it say, "Sir, did you see such and such and such, do such and such and such?" Oh, wait a minute. Only time. The only time.
Only one place in the federal guidelines where you can have 10 machine and get 1 year of community service and 1 year incarceration.
I said, how you feel when them New York like 50 and all them niggas be trying to do all of those?
I'ma tell you something. When you're fighting a man with no arms, expect to get kicked.
50 Cent's pointed lyrics in the G-Unit track "You So Tough" didn't hold back. In it, he rapped that even with top-tier legal support, someone caught with such serious weaponry should still be looking at a 9 to 10-year sentence. The underlying suggestion was hard to ignore. Something beyond legal representation may have helped secure a lighter punishment. Though 50 didn't mention any names, the implication was crystal clear. When later asked in an interview if he had been referring to T, 50 kept it vague, saying the public could interpret it however they wanted. But the damage was already done. The lyrics had struck a chord. Many fans and industry insiders saw it as an indirect confirmation that T might have cooperated with authorities to avoid harsher penalties. At the same time, T was questioned about the track. His response was measured, likely a strategic move to avoid stoking the flames, especially while under federal watch. At that point, openly confronting a figure like 50 Cent could have been seen as provocative or even reckless. T tried to maintain a diplomatic tone, expressing uncertainty rather than anger, but the tension was unmistakable.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage.
The situation left a lasting cloud over T.E.'s legal history. For someone like 50 Cent, the inconsistencies only made the story more suspicious and continued to fuel the narrative. The music industry took note, and the rumors persisted, playing a major role in the ongoing conflict between the two rappers. As expected, the controversy didn't stay buried. In 2020, T's infamous Crime Stoppers PSA resurfaced once again, this time alongside the media frenzy surrounding Tekashi 669's racketeering case, where he testified against fellow 9 Trey members. With snitching back in the headlines, 50 Cent seized the moment. He jumped on Twitter saying, "This is the first song I'm going to play, You So Tough," referencing the same diss track aimed at T. The tweet included a clip from the Crime Stoppers ad and an audio snippet from the song, reviving the snitching allegations with new force. T quickly responded in the comments, firmly denying he had ever helped law enforcement or contributed to anyone's legal trouble. But he didn't stop there. T suggested 50 might be trying to distract from his own past, hinting that 50 could also have skeletons in his closet. He called the post cute, but also said it was in poor taste, stressing again that he had never provided information to the authorities. Taking things further, T shared 50's tweet on his own Instagram page, using the opportunity to double down on his challenge for a versus battle. In his caption, T claimed 50 had clearly taken the bait, proving the rivalry was still very much alive.
50 had taken the bait.
Second, I don't want to do it injustice.
You use real life situations to create something that's entertaining without being specific. That's entertainment to me. Like if I had an issue, when have you known me to be indirect with an issue?
Oh, you're pretty direct.
Right, so if I had a problem with any artist, trust me, they would know. You see what I'm saying? When I take it and I write that, it's because a lot of people think that. And they're not saying it because they're cowardly people. You see what I'm saying? So when you write it and you put it there and you leave it and say, watch, let me watch and see what happens. And there's so much controversy around it, you didn't say anything. Then you go, see, they think that. They just won't say it to them because they're a bunch of
T made it clear that it was time to resolve the situation through music and finally put the ongoing speculation to rest. Even with serious accusations circulating, the tension between the two rappers was portrayed as both personal and professional mixing. Real-world allegations with industry rivalries and performance ego. The resurfacing of the Crime Stoppers video, already viewed by many as damaging, became a symbol of a much deeper divide between two heavyweight hip-hop figures. T didn't stay silent. Reacting to the controversy, he directly addressed 50 Cent on social media, calling the viral video cute but outdated and tasteless, much like how he described 50 Cent's music catalog. Yet T didn't stop at criticism. He insisted on setting the record straight, declaring he had never given information to law enforcement ever under any circumstances about anyone. In a calculated jab, he mentioned Supreme and challenged 50 to answer that same question himself. T wrapped up his post by proposing a face-off, pick a date, choose tracks from what he called 50's One Hot album, and settle their differences musically. His post ended with a bold statement ripped to 50 Cent's catalog, highlighting how 50 had mocked others for years. T made it clear he wasn't backing down, signing off with a strong message, "You got the right one," and starting a hashtag campaign, Bring Me 50. Clearly, 50's move struck a nerve. In the aftermath, T intensified his efforts to clear his name from the long-standing snitching accusations. Shortly after the online clash, he appeared in a live Instagram session with comedian Kelly K-Dub Walker, again denying any involvement with authorities and reiterating his stance. But T didn't leave it there. He returned to the topic during an appearance on the Big Facts podcast. When asked directly about being labeled a snitch due to the Crime Stoppers ad, he didn't hesitate. He stood by his earlier remarks and defended his choices, stating that the public misunderstood the full context of the situation. What unfolded was far more than a simple back and forth. It became a highly visible confrontation, fueled by pride, legacy, and lingering questions. And with no resolution in sight, this narrative continues to unfold, attracting widespread attention, especially when T was asked directly about New York. Rappers like 50 Cent didn't shy away from calling out T.I. over his involvement in the Crime Stoppers ad. T.I., however, responded firmly, defending himself by suggesting that the criticism stemmed more from personal bias than actual facts. His response, though, sparked a fresh wave of tension between the two. About a week after T.I.'s interview aired, 50 Cent decided to respond. He posted a clip from the interview on Instagram, along with a now-deleted caption that read, "This was a week ago. This guy was telling me about a comedy show he's working on backstage. I'm not with this kind of stuff. It's best you don't come around me again. Respectfully, keep your distance." Though the post was soon taken down, the message was unmistakable. Just as the situation seemed heated enough, things took a more serious turn following the tragic death of King Von in November 2020. Shortly after the fatal shooting in Atlanta that claimed the lives of King Von and two others, T.I. shared a message on Instagram. He wrote, "Atlanta is a beautiful, progressive city full of Black excellence. We support one another and succeed together. Stop coming here to kill each other, that's over with." He closed the caption with, "Handle your beefs in your city. Thanks in advance, King." This message was met with immediate backlash, with many criticizing its timing and tone. Among the first to react was 50 Cent, who reshared a post from King Von's sister, Kayla. In her message, she voiced her frustration, writing, "He's always in people's business. He should put that same energy into fixing things with his daughter. My brother ain't no way." After seeing the backlash, 50 Cent once again addressed T.I. directly. He said, "You need to chill. You're out of line for saying anything right now. People died. This is serious. I don't know what you were thinking, but you better think again. They're grieving. They love that boy. He was really something. I doubt you even realize people are coming for you now because of what you said. This series of events only intensified the conflict between the two rappers, adding a personal and emotional layer to an already tense situation. This situation highlighted just how quickly words, especially from public figures, can stir emotions, particularly when grief and tragedy are still fresh. Fans, too, haven't held back. Many have taken firm stances, drawing their own conclusions and showing little patience for neutrality. One fan pointed out that someone can act as an informant without officially cooperating, suggesting that steering law enforcement in a certain direction doesn't necessarily require testifying. They question how a person facing dozens of serious weapons charges could end up with only a 1-year sentence, community service, and no real prison time, despite what seemed to be substantial evidence. They noted that many people have received over a decade in prison for a single illegal weapon, while T.I. faced more than 30 weapons charges and seemingly walked away with a slap on the wrist. Their takeaway? Either influential connections played a role or there was some degree of cooperation involved. However, not all fans shared that viewpoint. Another commenter came to T.I.'s defense by redirecting criticism toward 50 Cent, arguing that he too had faced his share of questionable situations. They went as far as calling him the mouse, calling the rat a rodent, implying that both artists have been subjects of controversy and neither is free from past allegations. In their eyes, the situation isn't black and white, both men have histories that raise questions. So now the question turns to you. What's your perspective on the ongoing exchange between 50 Cent and T.I.? Do you think 50 Cent's repeated callouts are warranted? Or does it seem like a case of mutual projection to artists pointing fingers while grappling with their own pasts? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you're still watching, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you're always updated on the latest in hip-hop's never-ending drama. For more hidden stories and in-depth reports, check out the next video.